Something I've realized is that a lot of productivity advice starts with an assumption that people are generally disorganized or unfocused. But what I hear more often is something else when talking to friends and family. People don't say I feel like I'm lazy. They often say I feel behind. There's this constant need to catch up. That feeling shows up even when people are working hard, investing time, putting energy into things, even when they're doing what they're supposed to do, because there's this constant pressure, right? It really makes me think like this is worth pausing on because behind isn't a task problem, it's a relational one. Behind compared to what? Behind according to which clock? Behind relative to whose expectations? Most of the time, those reference points aren't explicit, they're ambient, they're in the background. They're quietly judging you, making you second guess yourself, second guess your process, and make you think that you are not where you're supposed to be. And productivity systems, especially on this world wide web that we all live on, often promise to fix the feeling, which I think is really interesting because they're going to offer you a clearer list, better tracking, get more visibility into what your year has ahead, set goals monthly, make sure they're smart, measurable, right? Sometimes it helps, right? It does. But it's also very human and very normal to notice that the feeling usually does come back because that feeling of being behind is rarely caused by poor organization. It's often caused by too many simultaneous, equally weighted obligations that matter for different reasons and can't all move forward at the same pace. There is no system that will resolve that completely due to the complexity and the natural messiness of life. And so when everything feels important, progress in one area can still feel like neglect in another. That's not inefficiency though, that's really just the trade-off. And trade-offs tend to feel like failure when they aren't named. And so let's try to name them. So lately, instead of asking how to catch up, again, I'm always asking myself something else. What does this situation make it reasonable to let move slowly? That question then doesn't eliminate the feeling, but it does make it more understandable and more human. And sometimes that is just enough for it to loosen its grip.